Hello, my name is Keith Carpenter. I am one of the co-founders here at PromptROI. And right now I'm super excited to give you an overview of the latest version of PromptROI. Today, it's January 2nd, 2025. And I want to make it clear that our team is finishing up a new redesign of our entire software program. Not only are they doing a complete redesign, but we are also completing a complete usability overhaul. What does that mean for you? A much more enjoyable experience and finding your way around the platform easier as well. Plus, the new design has documentation everywhere, text and video. Okay, so let's dive in. Now, before we dive into the exact tools, I want to make something clear. Over the past couple years, we've realized something about people trying to use AI to write content or copy for their business or their clients' businesses. Number one, certain AI tools are good for certain things. And number two, some people just prefer a specific tool over another. Now, when I say tools, what am I talking about? Number one, we have AI chat. Just like ChatGPT or Claude 3.5 Sonnet or Gemini, you can chat with the AI inside of PromptROI using any of those models and more. Now, the next tool is what we would call a copilot, or what you might know as a GPT assistant. We often like to refer to this as a guided chat, meaning your copilot has a specialization and is fine-tuned to give you the certain results that you're looking for. So just like AI chat, you'll chat with your copilot and you'll work your way step by step to the end result. Many people like this because they get to give their feedback along the way and make sure that they really put their stamp of approval on each and every section of whatever it is they're writing. The next tool is one of my favorites, and we refer to these as prompts or pre-made prompts. See, the great part about a pre-made prompt is that you can have a bunch of pre-made prompts for the things that you write most often. Then, when you need an email sequence or a blog post or an article or an essay, you can just go to that prompt, enter the answers to the questions, click the button, and get your output. And in just a minute, I'm going to show you an amazing tool that we built inside PromptROI that's not only going to allow you to create amazing prompts in seconds, but we've also built in a feature to help you answer all the questions in seconds as well. Essentially, you're going to be able to create a prompt and run a prompt in just a minute or two. Okay, so the fourth major tool that we have inside of PromptROI is called wizards. Wizards are essentially prompt chains, meaning one prompt run on a large language model like ChatGPT is only going to give you so much back, so many tokens. But when you chain prompts together, not only can you get more out of the AI, but you can also use the output from one prompt as the input for a subsequent prompt. And so you're essentially chaining on top of each other to get an amazing output at the end. And finally, I want to show you we have 14 tools in something we call our Toolbox. These tools range from voiceovers to code generators to web surfers that allow you to surf the web and write a podcast monologue in a matter of seconds. Okay, so with all of that out of the way, let's dive into PromptROI and let me show you the power of this software program. First, I want to show you how you can create custom prompts in seconds. Over on the left-hand side, you're going to click on Create. Then you're going to go to the prompts area here and click the green button that says Create Prompt. Now, very important. In this box here, you don't want to put too much detail because you're not trying to get the end product here. You're trying to create a prompt that's going to allow you to get the end product over and over and over again, but customized to yourself or your individual client's needs. All right, so let's give an example. Let's say that I want a prompt that writes amazing blog posts, but not just blog posts, listicle blog posts, top 10, top 15 lists of things. Those are common blog posts we use frequently, and I want a prompt that writes those. Now, I could go to AI chat or ChatGPT or Claude and start asking questions and trying to get through all of that, working through the process of figuring out what that prompt should be, or I can just write right inside here write a listicle blog post. That's it. Now, if you want to add a verb in here, you could say world class, then just click the generate button. PromptROI is now going to work behind the scenes and doing so many things for you. It's writing the prompt for you with all the custom variables. It's writing the tooltips for you or your users to give them the explanation of what information is needed inside of the prompt. If we scroll down here, you'll see this is the prompt template that was just written for you with the custom variables in curly brackets. And if we keep scrolling, you can see it's a very detailed prompt. The next step is click next, and we're going to choose that this is a text prompt. We're also going to select all models to be used here. You can minimize the models or limit the models that your users can use on certain prompts. Finally, I'm going to give it a category, and I'm going to go ahead and click next. Now, down here, I want to show you the program went and wrote a voiceover for you for your users so they can understand why they would want to use this prompt. All we have to do is click Save Audio, and then the audio file is going to show up right up here. If I click play,
unlock the secret to crafting powerful listicles that captivate your audience and align with your brand values.
Okay, so now if I click next, the last step here is to test the prompt before we publish it. If we go to publish it, it's going to say, please test run this prompt first to publish it. And to make it easier for you during this prompt creation process, we've already filled in the answers to these variables. So go ahead and click the run the test button and let this run until it's completed. Okay, so you can see you wrote a 737 word listicle blog post. Great. Okay, now we're just going to hit the prompt, publish prompt here. And voila, we have our confetti explosion. And now we have our listicle prompt right here inside of our PromptROI dashboard. Okay, so we just created a custom prompt in a matter of just a minute or so. Now, if that doesn't blow your mind, I want to show you something that's truly amazing. When we click on this prompt to use this prompt, first, you're going to notice we have the audio here on the right that tells them exactly why they would want to use this prompt. Now, I can scroll down here and I can read these tooltips and I can see exactly what the system is looking for in order to write a listicle for me. But the reality is this is really a lot of work, okay? And so what we did is we built a magical solution where you just click generate variable values and tell the system what your situation is. So for instance, I'm going to write a blog post about the top 10 most effective types of blog posts for small business owners. I'm going to click generate values. And now PromptROI is going to work on the back end and it's reading the tooltips and it's following a specific set of prompts and it's getting the answers to these questions for you. And if we scroll down here, you'll see the answers are in the spot and you can go ahead and edit these answers. You can scroll over to read all of the information that's been automatically put in here for you. But the point is, this has been done for you. Now, if it takes an extra 10 or 15 seconds to touch them up, you're good to go. Okay. Now we're going to click which model we want to use here. I'm going to use GPT-4o. And we're not going to get into it in this video, but you can customize your output with your brand voice, custom instructions, and audience personas that are all saved in the back end. So you can go ahead and pop those in here and really, really customize the output of your prompts. Absolutely amazing. I'm going to uncheck that for now. I'm going to scroll down here and I'm just going to hit the generate button. It's going to say that it's going to use 49 credits. I'm going to click confirm. And now the system is going to write a beautiful listicle blog post, first draft, that I can send to my blog designer for my website and tell them to put it up on the site, touch it up, make it perfect. And that's it. And there we are. It's done. And here's our post. Okay, so now let's look at a couple things here. Number one, it's a 644 word post. PromptROI consistently shows you two key figures. Number one, how much time was saved by running this prompt and how much money was saved by not sending this task to a freelancer or somebody who writes these type of blog posts. So as you can see, 8 hours and $400, that's really amazing. And it keeps reminding you of the beauty of having pre-made high quality prompts that can pop out quality content fast. Now, a couple more things over here on the right. We have add to file where you can create projects and you can put the file in a specific project, give it a name, or you can copy this text and use it somewhere else. Okay, so you saw how we could create a custom prompt, and we ran the custom prompt with all the variables filled in a matter of really about 2 minutes. Moving right along. We're going to go to create. We're going to click on Copilots, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to click Create Copilot. And all you're going to do here is tell PromptROI what is the specialization or the purpose of your Copilot. For this example, we're going to create a Copilot that's going to act as a friendly therapist. Next, I'm going to choose my category. We're going to put this under AI generated. And if you need to create a new category, just click right here. I'm going to click Create My Copilot. And we call it a Copilot. Many of you are familiar with the term GPT Assistant. These instructions are the instructions that you would use in a GPT Assistant, the same that you'll be using inside of your Copilot. The best part about this particular tool right here is that there's nothing left for us to do. As soon as this is done running, your Copilot will be created and saved inside that folder, ready for use. Okay, let's scroll down to AI generated. And we have the therapist. Now, let's take a look at what we have for options here. Number one, this can be embedded anywhere on web pages, anywhere where you can put embed code. When you embed this on web pages, it's going to act as a lead generation mechanism, in which case all of the people who actually downloaded or got access to this are now not only going to be users of your white label platform where they can buy credits and sign up for subscriptions, but you're also going to have their information right here. As a side note, this quarter, we're going to be integrating Zapier and other API connections to allow you to automatically push stuff out and pull stuff in with no issues. So let's go ahead and click into here. And number one, you have your information here explaining what your therapist Copilot does. You also can add a video here for your users to understand the benefits of this, and simply start your conversation here at the bottom. Hi, I'm ready for some therapy. Click the enter or the envelope and begin having a conversation with the Copilot. You can see that the Copilot has the image that was given to this category, and it says, I'm here to help. How are you feeling? What would you like to discuss or focus on during our time together? Couple quick notables. The output from your Copilot can be easily saved in a project or a file, and it can also be copied here on the right-hand side. And finally, we have the wizards. Now, I will say wizards are a little bit more complicated to create, but we did create a prompt called the Wizard Creator that you can download or install from the collections here under Install. But for the time being, I'm going to go to prompts. I'm going to search for the Wizard Creator. Here it is. I'm going to click on it, and this is going to go ahead and write a wizard for us, which is going to be a sequence of prompts that is going to use the output from previous prompts in the subsequent prompts, if that makes sense. Now, you're going to notice that we have it set here to Claude 3.5 Sonnet. For some reason, Claude just seems to write prompt chains better than the other models. So what do I want? I want a wizard that is going to write a world-class essay. I'm going to hit generate, confirm, and now PromptROI is going to go ahead and run this Wizard Creator prompt, and it's going to come back with what we call a prompt chain that can then be taken and used to create a wizard inside PromptROI that you can use over and over and over again to get a great essay on the other side. Okay, so you can see we have the prompt chain here. We have prompt 1, prompt 2, prompt 3, all the way down to prompt 9. Amazing. So now what you would do is you would copy this text here. You'd put it in a document or save it to a file, and then you would come back to the wizard creation tool here, wizard, and then you would click on new wizard and you give it a name. So let's say test whiz. You can give it a category. We'll just choose website, and I'm going to hit create wizard. Now you can see my wizard is right here. I'm going to click on this, and I'm simply just going to click add a prompt, and I'm going to add 1, and choose the model that I want this particular prompt in the wizard to use. So I'm going to choose GPT-4o. I'm going to hit next. And this is where I would paste in the first prompt from the chain. Okay. I would save it, go to the next one, and continue creating all of these prompts until at the end I have a completed wizard, and I'm going to show you what that looks like. Let's go back here. If we go back to wizards, we're going to be able to click on one of these here. So let's click on this where it says blog, and I'm going to click run. And it says you will be charged approximately 241 credits to run this wizard. I'm going to click confirm, and then I can type in the blog topic, the number of words, and I can hit run this wizard. Now, I also have the ability to auto generate variables for wizards, which is very powerful, just like we can do with the prompt. And I just want to show you here, this wizard only has 5 prompts. But again, clicking on run, entering in the details here, and then running this wizard is going to run one by one through these prompts until it gives me my final output. Now, speaking of output, where does it go? Straight to output. If I click on output, you can see the prompts that we've run are here, where you can click on view history and you can see the different results here, or you can click on wizards and you can see the different wizards that have run. You can see the results here of the wizard. You can see the variables that were included in the wizard, and essentially all of your output is stored under output, along with projects, which are getting an upgrade here in the short term very soon, where the projects will be able to be chatted with and all of the information in there will become part of that chat, just like the functionality that exists right now inside of ChatGPT, as well as the Canvas functionality will be brought to the individual files here as well to make these even more effective. Then we have surveys and answers. This is just a way for you to be able to gather information from clients. So you can create a survey, you can send the survey link to your client, and when they answer, the answers will come back in here in the survey, and you'll be able to read them all and start working for your client. Now, backing up a little bit here to install, we have a few separate areas here. You can install prompt collections, you can install Copilot collections, and you can install wizard collections. Essentially, come on in, find something you want to install, click purchase, and then you'll be able to install the prompts from this collection into your white label marketplace. So if you don't want to create on your own, you can actually install things, or if you just see a few things in here that you really want to use inside of your marketplace app, then go ahead and install those and start using them right away. Okay, and finally we have the toolbox here. If I click on toolbox, you're going to see all of these different tools in here. Feel free to go in there and play with those tools. They're awesome, they're fun, and they're going to get more powerful as we go, and we're going to add more tools. We're building some right now as we speak. Headshot creator. Okay, then the settings area. I'm not going to go through all of this right here, but essentially just to give you a quick overview, you have your wallet here to buy more credits, your login details, your white label with all of your users and subscriptions and all of that fun stuff is here. Then you have your big 3, your audiences, your brand voices, and your instructions. Okay, the team is finalizing the auto audience persona, the auto brand voice creator, and the auto instruction writer. Those right now are pretty much there, but they're just not completely 100%. Within the next day or two, these are going to be perfect. I think the audiences and the instructions are, but the brand voice is being worked on, and it's fixed and it's perfect, but it's just not pushed live yet. So these are the big 3, and this is where you can create those audiences and the brand voices and the instructions, and you can go ahead and inject those into your prompts when you're running them. Finally, we have legal pages if you want to have those in your white label store, and then you have your own area here where you can put training in for your users so they know exactly how to use your particular white label store. Okay, we covered a lot here. Got most of the stuff off of my chest that I've been wanting to. I was waiting to do this video until the new design was done, but you know what? I'm glad we got this done. I'm glad I spent this time with you. I hope that was clear. Anything that you guys have for feedback, please use this feedback on the right-hand side. Click it, click select and comment part of this page, and then you can point that stuff if you want to tell us what's going on. You can drop text out here like this. You can point at multiple places if you have multiple things to say, and you can continue to show us exactly what's going on. So you hit T, you show us this, hey, this is this, and you can go ahead and hit the green checkbox, write a little note here, and then submit that feedback directly to the development team. They're on staff. They're watching, they're waiting. They want to see if there's a bug, if there's an issue, or if there's a suggestion that you think will make this product better. They're here and they want to hear you. So please use the feedback section. It's a really powerful way to get directly to the development team. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any questions, I'm here to help. I really appreciate you giving PromptROI a chance. And I promise you, if you tell us what you want and you like where we're headed with this product, we will make this product everything you want it to be and more. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.